What up, fuckers?
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike.
Hmm.
What are we talking about?
I have no fucking clue, man.
All right, cool.
Joe?
Mm.
Cody?
Well, I was going to say, is it weird that the internet is completely on board with Sonic the Hedgehog now? The movie?
Yeah, it's weird because it's not very good.
Apparently it's supposed to be really good.
It's not good.
Oh, you went and saw it?
Yeah, I took Bob. Bob was asking me to take him last week.
Okay. What did you think?
It's a good kids movie.
Okay, well, that's all that matters, I guess.
Yeah, like it's
That's all I've
Like-
really heard is it's a good kids movie.
yeah, it's nothing like I'm gonna watch again. Like there's some funny
it's not
moments in
Detective
it.
Pikachu. Like
No,
if you
like
compare
Detec-
like those two types of movies, you have one that at least an adult can watch,
Yeah.
and then you have Sonic.
Yeah, I'm not like saying don't watch it, you know. It's more like, hey, when you catch it on HBO one night, it's an alright
probably
watch.
good. Yeah,
Like Ben Schwartz did a great job voicing him, like because he's fun. His dialogues, again, for being kid driven, it's pretty funny. But it's just it's a decent kids movie. There's nothing.
But is it the best video game movie?
obviously not.
Well, do you count Detective Pikachu as a video
Yes.
game movie?
Yes,
I mean, technically, yes.
because
then-
But most people
Detective
don't.
Pikachu was a video game.
Yeah, so like that's the best.
Yeah, I still think it is.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Sonic, but
And even then, like, I think Rampage was more fun to watch than
yeah.
this.
Because yeah, everyone's like talking about it's possibly the best video game movie. I'm like,
I mean, they definitely like nailed it in what they were trying to make, like a really good kids movie that all the kids are gonna want to go see. Like
Yeah.
they did it, but it's not like a Shrek level where like the adults are gonna love it too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like the adults aren't gonna be mad taking their kids to it or their nephews or whoever, but it's just then it's done. You know, and they did have a cool little mid credits too where Tails shows up.
yeah, I heard about that.
I was
That's
like,
cool.
that's pretty cool. Like I said, I wouldn't be mad. Like I would take Bob to go see the sequel if they made a sequel. Like but it's just not. It's not worth going to see it.
Okay. How was because I was always curious, how was Jim Carrey in it?
It's actually pretty fun watching Jim Carrey just go batshit again.
Uh-huh.
Like he's very Riddler-esque
Okay.
in this. But again, it's so geared towards kids that like even Jim Carrey is over the top in it.
Yeah.
And like the dialogue is just super like straightforward, you know, like it's about like I said, they did what they set out to do, but it's nothing special.
Okay.
It's fun, but that's about it.
That's cool. What's its Rotten Tomato score?
You know, I don't even know. I didn't look.
Last time I saw anything posted, it was like 95%, but then
Well, that was that was a fan something
65 right now. 65 for critics.
like that. For critics. Yeah.
94 for fans.
Yeah. So fans really liked it.
I think people thought it was gonna suck so hard
Yeah.
that when it's pretty good, it's like
Well, especially with what we saw first, like the first CG we saw of Sonic
Yeah.
was awful. Now that
Yeah.
they changed it and they went with something more classic, people I think are more inclined to at least see what it is, how good it would be.
Yeah.
That's cool. It is a movie that eventually I want to see, but yeah, I wouldn't want to see it in theaters. I have no
yeah,
desire to do that.
like it's on iTunes and it's like $1 to rent. You know what I mean? Or like HBO.
I'm waiting for HBO really.
It's fine, but
It's not a must go see.
no,
I
I'm
think.
trying to think of like what other movie, like kids movie, I could kind of compare it to, so you guys get. But I'm having a hard time because right now all I can think of is like the really good ones.
Oh shit. Mulan got a PG-13.
Violence.
Yeah.
Stab somebody with an arrow and pull it out and shoot that arrow.
It's pretty interesting. I didn't think about that being. I mean, the cartoon's pretty violent because they're obviously going to war. Like this one's probably a little more.
Thought all the severed
Got
limbs
it.
was a bit much, but
I think you might have watched the wrong Mulan.
Oh. I think it was Saving Private Ryan. Is what I saw.
Yeah, very close. I get that. I get that
Private
confused a lot
Mulan?
too.
What?
Yeah. I was very confused. Like, Matt Damon's an Asian girl?
I mean, he was in that one movie.
No, he wasn't.
What?
Yeah, he was in that one movie.
Where
Well,
was
he
he?
was in it, but
I was like, when did he play an Asian girl?
he was in an Asian girl in Stuck on You.
Great Wall?
Yeah, he played a white guy in that movie.
He did play a white guy in the movie. That movie's terrible, by the way.
Movie is terrible.
I haven't seen it.
Terrible.
Can you guess?
Yep.
Rotten Tomatoes, top 5 video game movies.
Yes, I can.
Don't have to be in any order.
Detective Pikachu, Sonic, Rampage,
That's 3.
Max Payne.
Nope.
Oh God, you're terrible. You're a fucking
Oh, one of the
I don't think Max
Hitmans.
Payne's on this list, actually. This is just top
On
5.
the top 5, though.
There's actually 43, I think they listed here. This is just top 5.
One of the Hitman series.
Nope.
Then I don't know.
I'm trying to think of what else there is.
You got 3 of them. Like, you nailed 3 right away.
I thought
after
for
that.
sure Max Payne was going to be on there just because it was like a big star.
Oh, so terrible though.
Yeah, but Chris O'Donnell was in it, so you know.
And I will say the last 2 came out in the last 2 years.
Video game movies that came in the last 2 years?
Mm-hmm. We even saw one of these in theaters.
The fuck?
Or did we see it in theater? I think we saw it in theater. Now I'm starting to question it.
I'm confused.
I mean, Detective Pikachu, I know we have.
I have no clue.
Trying to think what video game movies came out in the last 2 years that we even would have seen. I have no idea.
I give up.
Tomb Raider.
Ah, fuck me.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we did see it in the theaters.
Yep.
And this one's actually pretty interesting because it's a sequel. And the first one is, I didn't see it on the list, but it could be further up there. It's Angry Birds 2.
I haven't seen the second one. But the first one's actually really, really funny because it has a lot of dirty jokes in it.
Yeah.
So number 5 with 51%. It looks like this is based off of their Rotten score. So,
yeah, the ratings.
Yeah,
on
they usually go
IMDb.
by theirs, yeah, because they're important.
Number 5 is Rampage. Number 4 was Tomb Raider. So Rampage at 51%, Tomb Raider 52%, Sonic the Hedgehog is 65%, Pokemon Detective Pikachu is 69%, and
Nice.
Angry Birds Movie 2 is 73%. Interesting, right?
Very strange. It's funny because like what I was saying earlier about when you go through, everyone's like, nobody brings up the fact that Pokemon Detective Pikachu is technically a video game movie because everyone's like, oh, it's a cartoon. I'm like, bitch, no, Pokemon is a cartoon. Detective Pikachu is literally a video game
Well,
and a manga, technically, I guess, as
This
well.
list just gets even more gross as you keep going.
Well, I mean, you're gonna get
video game movies are rough.
yeah.
Well,
There's
like
some-
number 6 is Mortal Kombat, the 95 version. Number 7 was Final Fantasy Spirits Within. I didn't think anybody liked that movie.
I don't even know what that is.
To garner 45%.
I like that movie.
The
It's definitely
original
not based
Angry
on the video
Birds
game.
movie is number 8 with 43%.
I got shit on hard because it was not.
But I thought
really
it was
for
pretty
kids.
funny.
I thought it was
Based off
extremely
of a
funny.
mobile game.
Yeah,
I didn't know that Dead or Alive was an actual movie.
yeah. We watched it. Remember, I bought it.
The
Oh yeah.
It's
the,
so fucking bad.
It looks like the cover art looks like a porno.
No, we didn't watch that one.
This is DOA Dead or Alive.
Oh no,
We didn't
no,
watch
no.
that.
We watched
Tekken.
Tekken. That's right. We watched Tekken. I bought Tekken for like $2 or something at Best
Blu-ray.
Buy.
That's bad. Oh my god. Super Mario Bros. Movies is number 19. That's
Yeah,
so high
cracking
on
the
the
top
list.
20. Good job, guys.
So high on the list.
Dude, what number is that? What-
19?
No, what? No, no. Like, what's their?
Did I say
No,
19?
what's their number? Their
Their-
score number.
Their
score.
Rotten Tomato score is 23%.
Jesus
Dang,
Christ!
they
There's-
almost got the perfect 2020.
Almost got the perfect.
We got to
2020.
change this.
So you're trying to tell me?
Doom is number 25 at 19%.
Yeah, they've got to be like just like
Aw,
23,
Assassin's
22,
Creed,
21.
Assassin's Creed is is number 27 at 18%.
That's
I
because movie
forgot
got shit
that was a
on.
movie.
I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Oh, Max Payne right here, 16% at 29. Number 29 at 16%.
What's the last one? What's his round
We're
score?
almost there. There's the Hitman. Oh, Street Fighter is at 11%. Number 33 on the list. Fucking Wing Commander, I forgot about.
Which Street Fighter? The Jean-Claude Van Damme
Yeah,
one?
of
Or
course,
the...
it's a Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Okay. Well, how low is the other one?
I haven't even seen it on the list yet.
They don't count it.
Oh, here it is. Street
Redbox
Fighter:
movies.
The Legend of Chun Li. 5% rotten. 38 on the list.
As
Real bad movie.
what's his name? Michael Clark Duncan was in that one, right?
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yes.
In the Name of the King, a Dungeon Siege Tale
Yeah,
was an actual video game.
The U-Bowl movie.
weird.
with Jason Statham.
Yeah, 4%.
They made a sequel too.
They made a couple, didn't they?
It might have, yeah.
Was it one of the Wayans brothers in a Dungeons and Dragon movie?
He was in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, it was Dungeons and Dragons.
It was Marlin, I believe, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
The final one on the list here is Alone in the Dark with a 1% Rotten Tomato score.
Where's Silent?
Number 43. Which
Silent
one?
Hill?
Silent Hill or Silent Hills?
The first one. The
The
better
original.
of the two movies.
Not the one with Kid Harington.
So Silent Hill, it was on here.
'Cause I remember it was shitty, but it wasn't like terrible.
It was more of a horror movie. I mean, it was more of a psychological horror
It
movie.
made number 13 on the list with 31%
yeah,
Rotten.
sounds about right.
That's,
I mean, granted, the score is a lot lower than it should be, but not as bad as that fucking second one they made.
Which was, where is it?
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill Revelation.
Revelations, yeah.
Number 35 on the list with a 10% Rotten score.
You didn't say any of the Resident Evil movies.
They're on here, but I mean, why?
I mean, yeah, it's true.
you can go through the whole list.
I wasn't. Yeah, I was going to go through all 43 of these.
Well,
which
no,
is a
but,
weird
like-
number to me. Like, aren't there? There's still more than movies than that out there.
Well, because like, I'm trying to think. Well, you said Alone in the Dark, which, by the way, is a terrible movie. I think you hit all the bigger ones. I was just wondering where Silent or Resident Evil fell in there.
Well, the first Resident Evil. Let's see, that's final. First Resident Evil is number 11 on the list at 36%
Okay.
rotten. Just edged out by its. I think it's the final movie, which is Resident Evil: The Final Chapter,
It might be the last one. Who knows?
which is number 10 with 37% rotten. So just edged out by 1%.
Where's Warcraft on there?
It is number 15 on the list at 28% rotten.
Did Prince of Persia make their list?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Prince of Persia.
Love that movie.
Number 9 on the list. 37% rotten.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if there's a definitive list of how many. Oh, there's so many. Oh yeah, Double Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike loves that movie.
I do love that movie.
It's got that guy from The Crow.
It's a good, dumb movie.
It's actually a really fun movie. It's just so
Crow
bad.
2. Not even the first Crow.
No, not even the no. He's on Crow 2. He's from the TV show.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that Italian
'Cause
guy's
Crow
the Crow
2 is
or Spanish guy or whatever. He is,
Yeah, you're right. Got it from the Crow.
Because I like Postal's on here, but did they ever finally make Crisis?
No. You both got shut down for that one. I guess no, you're right. There's probably 40. Like this is the list of movies that are out. There's no numbers on them, but that looks like it'd be 43 because these ones aren't out yet. This is just the list of the movies that came out. But this is theatrical though.
Maybe that could be the difference maker there.
Because animated ones, you have. Oh, it's weird. They don't put both Final Fantasy movies on here.
Well, there's only the one Final Fantasy movie on this list too.
Oh, you know what? Advent Children, I don't think actually went to theaters,
Mm.
so it's not technically on their list. Because Japanese animated movies, there's a fuck ton because you have Pokemon and a lot of
Pokemon's
those
on this
ones
list too. The Pokemon movies are on here.
Yeah, I'm just saying the way Wikipedia breaks them down. But then Japanese releases of
But then, like,
crazy
there's
ass
Ratchet
movies.
and Clank on here, and I don't even recall there being Ratchet and Clank released in movies.
It was in theaters.
Was
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh shit! John Goodman was in it. Ouch. Rosario Dawson. Damn
Yeah.
it. Paul Giamatti. God damn.
Was that so animated?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Still, that's a.
It was essentially the first game, but it was very well done.
That's a voice cast right there.
Yeah, it was poised to be fucking massive, and then it's like, nope, not really. I'm like, yeah, you guys are like fucking 10 years too fucking late for anybody to care about Ratchet and Clank. Even though Ratchet and Clank never was a fucking huge high point in video games anyways, I don't think.
I never owned a PlayStation, so I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, you have like Japanese, they release a fuck ton of crazy ass Pokemon or video game based movies, but like you have Persona and King of Prism and like Resident Evil Vendetta, which is technically animated, but it's actually computer. It's CG. That one is pretty cool because that's actually closer to it. Dragon Quest: Your Story, which just came out. Live action ones, they have a bunch of crazy ones that are based on Japanese video games. Chinese has a bunch. I mean, there's like a fuck ton of like video game movies, but of the ones we would be seeing in Hollywood based ones, you're about 43 seems about right. Oh yeah, Need for Speed. I forgot was a fucking movie too.
Yeah, that's on this list. Where was it?
Oh, they did make Far Cry though.
Yeah, I asked, didn't they make Far Cry?
No, you said Crysis.
Oh, Crysis. I meant Far Cry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Crysis they were working on, but Far Cry they did make, and it was terrible.
Far Cry was what I was thinking of when I said Crysis.
Okay, yeah, they made that. It was.
It's all based off the Crytek engine. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, because that was one of the next ones that I thought U-Bowl had made.
Yeah.
After he did.
He did. It was terrible.
Postal, which was terrible.
Which is funny because there's a scene in it that's directly out of. I want to say it's directly out of Far Cry, where he pulls a heavy machine gun off of a boat and walks up like the embankment of the water with it. And I was like, oh, that's actually it's from the game. That's pretty cool. And then the rest of the movie is fucking trash. Well, actually, the whole movie's trash. But
right.
Have you got around to watching that Doom sequel yet? On Netflix?
I started watching, like, I saw it when it first came out. No, seriously. I was like, oh, cool, what's this? And I watched, like, the first 10 minutes of it, and I was like, well, this is hot garbage.
Yeah, I watched that trailer. I was like,
I didn't make it through. Like, I wanted to give it a shot just to see how bad it was, and I couldn't make it through 10 minutes of that thing. It was just fucking garbage.
Yeah, it was real bad. It looks real bad. I watched that, like, because Netflix will do the preview.
It kind of put me off on Netflix for like that little bit, because when they released it, it seemed like everything that they had released at that point in time was all similar. Like when you would watch like the little trailers, and it's like, well, that looks garbage as well. That looks just
Dude, there's
as worse.
so
And
many of
that looks
those
just as
fucking
bad. It's
weird
like,
sequels.
What the fuck is this awful shit that they just suddenly released? It's like somebody got a hold of somebody. It's like somebody took the idea of Cloverfield Paradox and was like, oh, that was awesome, let's make a bunch of movies like that, and just ran with it.
Yeah, I don't know if it was them that made it, but there's a bunch on there. I don't know who got a hold of the sequels.
Again, I don't know if they actually, if Netflix put down the money to be like, make this movie, or somebody was just like, hey, we have this movie, do you want to release it on Netflix? And Netflix was just like, sure, we'll take whatever we can get at this point in time, because we're hemorrhaging movies and content.
I'm trying to see who produced it. Ooh,
I mean, almost assume that it's actually the latter, not the former.
So it was distributed by Universal Home Entertainment, but it was produced by Universal 1440 Entertainment, which I guess is maybe a splinter group of them.
Splinter group, one and done group now.
Yeah, which I can't actually even like tell you what other things they make, because they don't actually have a clickable link on Wikipedia.
Yeah, they probably were literally just a studio that was built to make this movie, and then that was it. Once it was done, they just dissolved the studio.
Oh my god, it was
That'd be
so.
awesome.
It was released.
I'm pretty sure it happens every once in a while when you do like CG stuff. There's like companies that that just pop up to do one CG.
It's like a
thing for
group of
movie.
other people who have time.
Yeah,
and they
then it
just come together real quick.
Dissolves. Yeah, after the movie.
So it was released on Blu-ray and DVD and HD digital on October 1st of 2019. Originally, it was scheduled to be in theaters in April of 2019.
And then
Then
Cooler
it hit
Cooler
Netflix
Heads.
in December.
Cooler Heads prevailed.
Yeah, they're like, we don't want this.
Can you make negative money in theaters?
You
Is it
technically
possible?
can. Well, not you can't. You can't make negative. You can't like owe people money, but you can definitely lose money.
Yeah.
Like you won't make your money back on that. Ooh, they don't even have a budget on there. But yeah, like Netflix has. Again, I would probably like to see who released most of them. I look them up. But they have like, there's Benchwarmers 2, How High 2.
Yeah.
Like there's a shit ton of them on there. I even saw one. Remember Daddy Daycare?
Yeah.
They have one called Granddaddy Daycare.
Why?
It's literally a guy who like has all these and like it's got a like bunch of recognizable people in it, and you're like,
Yeah.
why are
And he
you?
just keeps track of old people.
Yeah, I'm like,
And then hilarity ensues, Joe.
you sure?
Ensues. I mean, I'm sure that's what the goal was.
I don't think that's what happened.
Well,
yeah, it's just it was so weird to me. I was like, why is this a thing? Trying to see if probably doesn't have like a thing to look up, does it? Oh shit, maybe nope. That's Daddy Daycare.
shit.
But I'm wondering if like they're even like if they're tied at remotely at all to it. You know what I mean?
The ones I remember seeing, no, didn't seem to be. They only seem to be tied in title to the original movies.
Yeah, because I know Benchwarmers 2, the only from the trailer I watched, which is awful enough, the only person that came back was who was it I saw in there? I don't remember now. There's someone came back from it. I can't remember what it was, but it had nothing to do with like the actual premise of the first movie. It was like Chris Klein plays he's a lawyer, and it's like their softball teams, like the firm's softball team. I was like, I don't know what this has to do with Benchwarmers other than the fact
It's literally
You
just
know.
taking the title.
yeah, monsters.
And
Exactly what
Baseball
they did with,
was involved?
with Cloverfield Paradox.
They did tie that
they
to the rest of them.
shoehorned in
Yeah,
how it would be tied into it, but pretty much, yeah.
John Lovitz was who it was. That's who came back from Benchwarmers 1. Ooh, actually. Oddly enough, guess who makes Benchwarmers 2?
John Lovitz?
Universal 1440. So that's why. They must have just made a bunch of properties they had access to
I
as
wonder
direct-to-DVD movies.
If it was to keep rights to them or something.
Most likely.
So let's just put out a bunch of junk shit. It doesn't
so
get
nobody
released
else can
to...
step on our property.
Exactly.
No one else can take
Because-
Benchwarmers from us?
Yeah. We don't get that sweet, sweet Benchwarmers remake. Or that sweet,
Or a remake.
sweet...
Give me a
Or sweet,
traditional
sweet
sequel.
Yeah, right?
daddies. Yeah.
Give me the Benchwarmers where Rob Schneider starts playing basketball in the rec league. I already wrote half the story. Come on, guys. Let's get it.
Benchwarmers 2, Bench Harder.
Yeah. Bench harder. Even less playing time than the first one.
Well, How High 2 has a Rotten Tomatoes score, Mike. Would you like to guess what it is?
8. Teen.
The best part. So the best part is.
Bagel. It's not even a score. It's just like...
It's
just
Rotten
like
Tomato.
So what do you have a guess for what it could be?
Yeah, bagel.
Okay. So the best part is there is no actual tomato meter.
It
There's
never
only
met-
fan.
It never, met the 20 reviews that they
Yeah,
have to
something like
have?
that, I guess. Yeah. So it's 29% audience score with 59 ratings. And there are none for the actual critic score.
Is there even an actual critic who has
No,
reviewed
there's
it?
none.
0 critics.
Yeah, 0, completely none.
Bagel wins.
Oh wait, nope. I take the back. There's 1.
There's 1 critic.
Roger Moore, which I don't know how that's a person, but he works for something called Movie
James
Nation,
Bond.
and he's a top critic, and he gave it a rotten. What a fucking shocker. I can't imagine why that would be. Does IMDb tell me who makes it? Production company. I'm thinking it's the same people. Mike Epps is in it?
Fuck yeah, dog.
That means it's an actual sequel because he plays Baby Powder.
Oh, he's actually okay.
Fuck, it's an actual sequel. That's fucking insane.
Someone sounds like he couldn't make the B list of actors.
They had to get one fucking person to be able to come back and be in it. What is this Universal 1440? And what do they do? Oh my god, they made something called Backdraft 2.
Backdraft harder.
This is what started all this, remember?
Oh,
We
that's
talked
right.
about that.
Yeah, fucking Christ.
We were like, guys, they just released a Backdraft 2. And it's an actual sequel.
They are the people who made all of them. So Dragonheart Vengeance, Doom Annihilation, apparently something called The Car Road to Revenge.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that one sounds good.
Original
Yeah.
property? Or is that a sequel to something?
It's a sequel to Christine.
Is that a sequel to Tires? Tire?
Not Christine. It's
Tire?
Rubber?
Rubber.
Oh my god, if it was, I'd fucking love it. Rubber was fucking amazing. Benchwarmers 2, Breaking Balls, Inside Man, Most Wanted, How High 2, Bulletproof 2. Oh, that's the company behind the last Tremors movie.
Gross.
Uh,
I mean, the last couple Tremors movies?
Here's listed just the one.
2 through 15? 20? 25?
They
TV
did.
show?
Well, they did Tremors 5 too, so they did a couple of the Scorpion King movies.
Dude,
That makes sense,
they made so many of those fucking movies.
right?
Last couple Death Race movies. Hard Target 2. What? Oh my god. Yeah, they made they're making the new TV movie Tremors 1 too. That one's coming out soon. They made another Bring It On movie. They made a third Jarhead movie.
Why?
Yeah, man.
Who is making these? Cop and a Half, New Recruit. Mike, you love that movie.
I'm not gonna say I hate it.
Yeah, this list is unsettling. But I do know where Danny Trejo gets all his work from, though.
Netflix.
Nope, Universal 1440. Because he is in a ton of these movies.
Yeah, good for him.
He's in Granddaddy Daycare.
Mark Maron had a funny story about Danny Trejo. On Maron's TV show, he played Danny Trejo's character's sponsor for AA.
Mm-hmm.
And he had like one day where they said they're shooting like just tons of, like the whole scene was just a ton of dialogue. He's like even more so than my show was used to. And Danny was having a hard time getting used to the lines and stuff. And he said in between or during like a break or something like that, he went up to him. He's like, "Man, you give me more lines today than I have in 10 years." He's like, "People hire me for my face, Mark. What are you doing?"
Speaking of Mark Maron, his special comes out next month on the Netflix.
I'm so excited. His last one was so good.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. This is a list of... Oh, my God. They made a fourth Jarhead movie.
You just found out about 2 extra Jarhead movies.
Oh, my God. This is rough. Mike, they're doing a third Tales from the Hood.
They should just keep going on those like every year. Why not? It's just, Tales from the Crypt made by black people. Like, that's all it was.
So Scorpion King 3 is where they started off on their Scorpion King run.
So the first one, of course, was The Rock coming off of the Mummy 3.
Yep.
So they gave him his character a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one I remember is Randy Couture's in it as the bad guy.
Yeah.
And it was young Matthias.
Well, there's another wrestler in
it was
3.
like a young guy. And then 3, I saw half of the second one, by the way.
It was way more.
First half of the second one.
It's way too much.
And I tapped out. I was like, nope, can't do it, guys.
I think I actually watched the second one.
Ugh, rough. The third one, is that the one with Roy Nelson?
Mm-mm.
Okay, that must be the fourth one. Who's in the third one?
Dave Bautista.
Nice.
In Kembo Slice.
Ugh, Kevin Ferguson. Batista had to eat shit with movies for a while before they started giving him real movies. Thank God for James Gunn.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think it's until Guardians that you actually see that he has some comedic talent and actual acting.
I really... Nobody talks about this, but I really liked him in that Riddick movie. I really liked that Riddick movie, too.
Yeah,
Riddick was
Riddick was really good.
Yeah, that was the last one, right?
Yeah.
The newest one?
Yeah.
That one was crazy.
Took it back to its origins from the
Pitch
first
Black.
movie, Pitch Black. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of.
Pitch Black was so good.
Have you seen the adverts for Batista's new movie?
My Spy?
My Spy?
Yeah.
It's so weird, and I don't know what to think about it yet.
Because he has hair, right?
Yes, it is partially because
That's
he
what it
has
was.
hair.
I saw it, and I
is-
was like, why does he have hair?
I saw a trailer in a theater because I haven't really watched the trailers for it. Because it seems like every big tough guy has to do that, like, I'm with a kid movie.
Yes.
So it's like, oh, he's, going down the checklist. Good for him.
Right.
But there's this one scene with the little girl and Christian Shaw at the end of the trailer where Batista has to dance for some reason. And
didn't see
Shaw
that.
says it looks like the last scene of Shrek.
Dude, it is so
fucking
funny.
die, dude. Just the way she delivered the line and the dance he was doing at the time, I was like, oh my God. It was the funniest shit. I was like, I might go see the movie just out of support for that great line in the trailer.
Fantastic.
I saw something else I was going to bring up. I lost it. I don't know where it went.
Those movies are important, oddly enough, for guys though.
Mhm.
Like if you think about it, like Vin Diesel had one. He was on his run of Triple X and Fast and Furious and
he had the babysitter one, right?
something else, yeah, and he did the Pacifier.
Pacifier, yeah.
Which they're all the same fucking movie, but this
Yeah.
one had like a slight slant on it. And then that movie did like good money. And so you saw all of a sudden like his next 4 things got bang, bang, bang. I was like, all right, well, that's weird that was important. And then The Rock actually, like, his moment was the game plan.
Yeah.
Not
Where-
Tooth Fairy?
No, not Tooth Fairy.
Tooth Fairy's fucking terrible.
Well, Tooth Fairy, I might be getting the timing wrong, but I remember after the game plan, The Rock signed like a 7-movie picture or a 7-picture deal
Yes.
with
I think that's
Disney
what, yeah.
because the game plan was so, like, did so good. Like, it made like $250 million and no one was expecting it to do anything. And people were like, oh, people like The Rock. It's like, yeah, dude, give him halfway decent lines and he'll be fine.
Yeah.
So that movie was kind of a blessing and a curse because he got all this work, but then, like, it was all like kids movies and like
'Cause I
family
think
stuff.
The Tooth Fairy was like one of the next ones afterwards.
Yeah. And then he did like a voice, some animated one just to like get out of the last of the contract.
All right. Game plan.
Yeah.
Budget, $22 million. What do you think box office was?
I think it was like 250
You were incorrect.
domestic though, wasn't it?
Incorrect.
What did it get up to?
Any guesses? 146.6
Domestic or worldwide?
worldwide.
Oh, wow. Which one did he? Yeah, okay. That's still a huge
I mean,
turnaround.
still, yeah. huge turnaround.
Because it's one of those like August releases too, wasn't it? Where it's like, or not August. What's the month where like everything kind of sucks? Where they put stuff like they're not really sure is gonna do good.
This was in September.
Yeah.
Then you had Get Smart after that. Race to Witch Mountain.
I forgot about Race to Witch
The voice role in Planet 51. Tooth Fairy came out. Terrible.
Yeah.
There were some funny parts in it. Mostly around Billy Crystal.
Dude, the one scene.
But that one even made money because it more than doubled its fucking budget.
Yeah, but like it was just like, hey, we'll put The Rock in anything. we'll turn a budget on it.
Yeah.
And of course, he had the small role in The Other Guys.
That counted.
Yep.
I think. And then he had like a.
Well, he went into more action movies because he had Faster.
Yeah.
Then he had Fast 5. Journey 2. Which was,
I've never seen it.
I've seen parts of it. It's okay.
It's pretty rough at points. Snitch? Is that the one where he's with the truck driver?
Well, yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
You see him drive a truck in the trailer. Yeah. He's not really a truck driver.
Well, I'm saying not but with truck driving.
Gonna base everything off the trailer. He's a truck driver.
John Barenthal's in it.
Yeah, he has a son in it, right?
Mm-hmm. His son gets like kidnapped or something like that, and he has to like do an exchange.
Yeah.
I think people didn't like it because it wasn't really an action movie.
Well, if I recall right, the trailers were made out because
it seemed very actiony.
Say that, and I remember like a giant ass revolver in that.
Yeah, but like that was like the action in it because he plays it. It's actually a very underrated movie. It's a really good movie. Mm-hmm. But it's a movie about this guy that has to do like an exchange, and he's like kind of helping the cops do something. The cops kind of fuck him, and he has to make this exchange for his son. And it's based on a true story, and they didn't deviate much.
Oh, really?
Like they kind of held true. I remember reading about it, and they're like, yeah, it's actually like this was like a little exaggerated, and this timing wasn't right, but it was like pretty spot on. So it wasn't like this action-packed movie, and The Rock didn't play like an action star, dude. He played like a dad who was scared that his son was gonna get killed, kind of thing, like a normal guy, like a normal dude. Like anybody could have played that role, A lot
of big names in
Just a normal guy.
Yeah, dude.
Barry Pepper, Susan Sarandon, Benjamin Bratt.
Barry Pepper's awesome in it.
Yeah, John Barenthal, Michael Kenneth Williams. Like, wow, it's kind of shocking that movie didn't do better. But again, I remember the trailers making it seem like more of an action movie. So then
which
Joe's
I think
favorite
was a mistake.
Came out after that.
Obviously,
G.I. Joe Retaliation.
Mm-hmm.
Pain and Gain.
Awesome.
Fast 6, and then just obviously run down the line from there, just nonstop shit. Multiple movies a year. On fire.
I think it was like this year. It's like the first year he doesn't have a movie release or something like that.
No, he has Jungle Cruise that comes out this year.
Is it? Oh, does it actually come out?
Mm-hmm. And then next year has Black Adam, maybe tentative release date.
Well, he's training for it. Is it on Instagram?
Good lord.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck the body type he's going for Black Adam, but
Scurry.
Yeah, he's got like I think he said like a 4-week program before they get into like principal photography or something like that. It's like Jesus.
Right? You think they're gonna give him the ears?
No.
All right. Just wondering.
I saw some old concept art. Did it? Might have been Boss Logic though. Actually, no, I'm thinking about it.
Could have been, yeah.
Which he's like secretly in on everything anyway, so
now, yeah,
probably pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got. I don't remember what the other thing I had was going, but it doesn't matter now. I got distracted by.
We talked about bad sequels. What's your favorite sequel?
Favorite sequel?
Yeah.
I mean, the one I always go to is Die Hard with a Vengeance. Just because it's so good.
It's really fun.
It's the best one. I know you guys don't agree with that because we've had arguments before, but it's my favorite one. Might not be the best one, but it's my favorite one.
I mean, it's the one...
It's one of those things, like, it couldn't be the start of a franchise. Like, you have to have the benefit of a couple movies before it.
Yeah.
So
you have to have at least the first one.
You know the world and you know the character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But, God, it's so good.
It is really good. Otherwise...
I mean, one that jumps to my mind is Last Crusade. Indiana Jones' Last Crusade was a really good movie, really good sequel.
It's fun when the second one's better than the first one. You already like the first one. When that second one kills it, you're like, yeah, like Aliens.
Yeah,
Aliens might be the greatest sequel of all time because it also changed genres too in the middle of everything while it made sense.
It was different, but not taking away from what it is. Because it still had horror elements in it.
Yeah.
It just wasn't a straight up.
But now you had
monster
Space
movie.
Marines, so you had guns. So everything was
Big
awesome.
So it's kind of a
Big
natural
old guns.
progression because you're like, we lost
It
contact
can't be a
with
one-
the place that,
One hunting it down and hiding in the shadows. Like, you can't do that a second time.
Well, not just that, but it's also like it goes forward in the story too, because like we now know that kind of alien thing exists, and they're like, oh, we need to actually
try and deal with it.
Not just, oh, let's send a bunch of scientists in to see what's going on in this place we can't get a hold of. It's like, that's not a logical step.
No,
not at all. Like,
you
don't
lose
do
contact.
that.
You send in the people, the Marines.
Yeah, you send in the fucking the knife. You know what I mean? Or the blade. Sorry, it's the actual term.
So I'd probably agree with you on that, which surprisingly I didn't think about that because it's one of my favorite franchises.
Yeah.
You? What about you? You didn't say anything.
I think like Rocky 2
I was gonna say it's gotta be Rocky for you, right?
is like, because I always, like, as an adult, the Rocky franchise is my favorite movie franchise of all time. And people, like, you ask, like, what's your favorite one? And I kind of always go back and forth between 1 and 2. Like, I never really have an answer. But just the fact that, like, 2
is just that good.
Yeah, and it's a whole different story arc. It's not about this dude getting his one shot. It's like, can you do anything with it now? You know what I mean? Like, it makes sense, but it feels like a different movie. Like, there's a lot more family aspect to it and stuff like that. And I don't know, it's good. The only part that I hate, and I legit hate it, is the parts where he's filming the commercials. And I know it's important, but it's so uncomfortable to watch because he's so dumb.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I fucking hate this part. I'm like, I want Rocky to look cool. He needs to start looking cool again real quick. But other than that, that movie's pretty good. Rocky banged out some pretty great sequels though too. Like 3 and 4 are awesome. 5 sucks, but I've always maintained that, like, if Rocky 5 wasn't a Rocky movie, that it would be a better movie. But it's like you kind of already determined, like, that world, and you had to really legitimately fuck up everything in the first 4 movies to make this movie work, and they did it, and it's like, well, that wasn't good. But if it was just about an aging boxer, you know what I mean? If you
trying to train the next,
like the wrestler was,
and it would have been way better.
Well, and then they eventually did get the formula right. They came out with
Creed,
and then Balboa.
Or Balboa first, which everyone thought Balboa was gonna suck. And I was just excited to see another Rocky movie, but they're already making the old jokes and shit. And I'm like, well, okay, let's see what happens. And I was like, oh, it was really fun. Yeah. It was good. It was a better way to end the franchise. I never thought they would do spin-off sequels to it. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because, like, Creed and Creed 2 are fucking amazing. And if you count Creed in the series, dude, it's like Creed's right there with Rocky 1 and 2 for me. Like, and with time, it might, you know what I mean, shake itself out. But the fact that you can make what would be the 7th movie in the franchise, and it'd be, on par with the best ones in the franchise is pretty impressive.
Right.
And it lives up. That's the best part, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it lives up to what Rocky was all the way through, other than 5.
And what's weird about the sequel is the sequel on paper sounds like the lazy ideal for a sequel. It sounds like the easy thing that's gonna suck and they're gonna half-ass it.
But the details
and
are what
somehow they made you give a fuck about Ivan Drago and his relationship with his kid. I'm like, how was Ivan Drago's relationship with his son the emotional center point of this movie? Like, how the fuck did they do that?
Right.
So the fact that sequel can live up, so it's just impressive. That whole franchise is pretty gnarly.
Pretty nuts. I think that's everything.
Now I want to watch Creed. Maybe I'll watch all of them. I usually do that about every 18 months anyway.
Watch all 8 of them.
You just sit down and watch all of them, or you space yourself out?
Like 2 a night.
2 a night? Okay, that's a good spacing.
I might only have time for like 1 a night right now, but like we get a day off or something, we're gonna bang through a bunch of them.
Yeah, bang through.
Bang, 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 bang through a bunch of them.
If you're banging through them, you're not actually watching them.
No, you're participating then. It's funner.
The bang bang.
Ooh. Yikes.
Bang, bang.
Yikes.
We gonna go get some sushi?
I mean, I know we probably are. He's going to go with us, but I don't think
Get a
he's
chicken
gonna get
teriyaki
sushi.
bowl?
I can get a chicken teriyaki bowl.
Get some sushi.
I can get some sushi too.
Hell yeah,
it's been
dog.
a long time since I've tried sushi, so maybe
This
I
place
like it
might be
now.
good.
My tastes have slowly changed over time. You know,
With all the steroids you take.
it's all those steroids that I take. Yeah, obviously.
What?
They're the worst steroids possible, but I mean, I
Just
still
make
take
your hair
them just
long
in
and
case.
thick.
Yeah.
I don't think you're taking steroids, Joe.
You sure?
Yeah,
Why am I giving him a shot in the ass every week then?
Right?
I don't think that's a sentence you should have said.
Huh?
Because I don't think that's what you think you
Wait,
you
what?
said.
With a syringe.
Is that what you call it? I mean, I would never say
thin
it's
and
that
pointy.
thin, but yikes. Anyways, comes naturally. We are
Joe?
Mike.
I'm Cody. That's it for this week's episode, everybody. As usual, you fuckers just came naturally. Like a shot in the ass.
Dun, dun.